Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Facing the book makes you erudite scholar. Facing the world makes you a human being. Facing your own mind makes you a seeker. And facing the divine makes you a sage. These are the four faces of Brahmaji. So when we think about facing the world, when we think about facing the books, and then the mind, and then the God, these are the four stages through which our spiritual journey goes. First of all, we face the world. How do we face the world? This is the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Facing the enemies, make the sound less, facing the enemies and fighting with them in the war is not a big issue. Anybody can do that. But when the enemy is very close to us, our own near and dear, facing that enemy which is close to us and near is a real challenge. It is from here Bhagavad Gita begins. And that is the story of every one of us. This happened in one Marwadi house many years before. I went to their house as usual for food. That is one of my professional hazards. And when I went there for food, there is a saying in America, there is nothing like free dinner. So they don't give you free, they encash your visit. So the lady said, Swami, my husband has spoiled our son. I said, Mama, why do you limit to that? He has spoiled you also. No, he has spoiled our son. And I said, look here, now I am taking nice food. Why do you spoil my breakfast? See? So he has spoiled the son and you are spoiling my breakfast. Don't do that. Let me eat in peace. Okay, Swami. Then I finished my breakfast comfortably. And then, Swami, shall I tell you now? I said, without coffee. Let me finish my coffee. I was trying to postpone it, maybe she forgets. But as we are rooted in ignorance, she was rooted in doubt. So, after that she said, he has spoiled him by giving money. Ask him not to give you money. I said, Mahatma, you heard complaint against you? Now tell me. He said, Swamiji, come with me. I went to his bedroom. He said, I trust you. And therefore, still it is humming man. Make the treble and the brass zero. See, that's better. That treble and brass is required when you have no topic. Then you make noise. Therefore, it is required. See. So I went to his bedroom, and he opened the store well. And those days 500 rupees notes have not come. The whole almirah was packed with 100 rupees bundles, cash. He said, my son knows this. Every now and then he'll come, Dad, 5,000 rupees. If I say no, he says, last time you gave me the income tax officer's number, is it the same? Now you tell me, should I protect my money or should I protect my son? I said, of course money. Sun can come and go. Money will not come and go. His problem was genuine. What will you do when your own children start blackmailing you? It is here you have to face the world in a different dimension. See, friends. And this is what happened with Arjuna. Facing the war was his profession. Like facing the balls is the profession of Tendulkar. In the same manner, facing the war he has done throughout his life. And yet, when it came to the deciding time in his life, then the problem came up. Katham bhishmamaham sankhe drodam cha madhusudana ishubhi pratiyotsyami pujarha varisudana. Hey Arisudana. Arisudana means the destroyer of enemies. And Madhusudana, the destroyer of the demon Madhu. Madhu is the name of a demon. I don't know how people keep the names of their wife. Maybe they indicate it, I don't know. Madhu means attachment. See? The one who is the destroyer of the attachment and the one who is the destroyer of the enemy, he is Arisudana, Madhusudana. So, O Lord, you are glorified by these names. And you asked me to fight this war and kill my grandfather and my guru. So, in the posterity, I will be referred as, oh, he is Mr. Guru Sudana, who has killed his guru. See? Now, his problem was really genuine. It was not just an ordinary problem. Our problems are whether I should take 2 teaspoonfuls of sugar or 1. One will be thinking. In somebody's house we went, 6, 7 of us. Very smart girl. Swati, make tea for everybody. Okay. Please tell me how much sugar you will take, you will take, you will take. She asked in a row. And went and prepared and got it. Then I called her and in her ear I asked, I said, hey, tell me the secret. How do you remember how much sugar to be put in which cup? I said, Swamiji, I have put the same thing. Do you think they recognize? Somebody says put 1 spoon, somebody says 1.5 spoon. Do you think they remember? There is no any meter. Just to say something because confusion everywhere. See, friends. So our confusion is only this. Arjuna's confusion was a real confusion. How can I kill my grandfather and my guru? So he has to face the world in a different dimension. Now, is it not your and my problem? We have to face the government which we have elected. See? It is something like, we have to face our own children which we have produced. So when your own lips or tongue is beaten by your own teeth, to whom will you go and complain? Here comes the real challenge of life. Therefore, friends, when we have to live in this world, we have to face, and facing the enemies is not a problem. The real problem is when we have to face our nears and dears who are behaving as our enemies. Then the real problem comes. See? So what Bhagavan Krishna did and what Arjuna did, just before coming here, there was one lady came from USA, from Australia. And I was just packing last evening only to come here. So after my lecture, Prashad, everything was over. And then somebody told Swamiji, they are very important people and they want to ask few questions. I said, okay, sit down. And then the girl started. Swamiji, what is wrong if I take a divorce? I asked her, if it is not wrong, why are you asking me? Take. Who cares? No, but I want your opinion. I said, my opinion is, in the heart of your heart, you know, taking this divorce is wrong. But you don't have the guts to accept. Therefore, you want to vote. And this is exactly Arjuna did. See, if he wanted to return from the battlefield, he could have straight away said that, hey Krishna, take the chariot to Rishikesh and we'll go to Sargasham. Over. But then he started arguing. See friends, wise and otherwise people differ here. Wise people first think and then take the decision. Otherwise people first take the decision and then start thinking. Now who are these otherwise people? They are the liars. I mean lawyers. I am very poor in English. What a liar does, suppose I have committed a murder. This is just an example. Suppose I have committed a murder. What will I do? I will go and hire a lawyer. Sir, this is the situation. Okay. Now what do I expect from that lawyer? That he should protect me. If he says, hey, he himself told me that he is a murderer, you kill him, hang him. No. So how will the lawyer start his case? My client is innocent. He has already taken a decision. And thereafter he will start thinking. And what will be the line of thinking? To support his decision or to oppose his decision. This is how we face the world in a totally wrong way. See friends, so when I told that girl about this, then I said, look here, you know, when you are talking about getting separation, etc., and you told you have a son about 12 years old, now let us analyze. Your husband is a drunkard, he beats you, and he doesn't work, he smokes, he drinks, he is running after the girls. Is it? No, none of that. Then he takes care of your son. Yes, he is too attached to him. Then, what is the problem? Problem is, he doesn't love me. I said, are you American? Want every time to be standardized? In America, everything is standardized. Mother's Day, one day you love mother, rest of the time forget about it. Because it is standardized. Love is not standardized. It is not a medicinal dose to be standardized. See? Anirvachaniya prema swarupam. Narad Bhakti Sutra says the ways of love are totally different. You cannot specify them. See? And do you mean love means he should all the time come and hug you and say darling, darling, and honey and be sticky? Is that love? See? I said the problem is not with your husband, problem is with you. And what you are doing? You are not facing your mind, you are blaming your husband. And then further I told her, what you are doing is only changing the problem. You are not solving the problem. In our examination, we have got questions. 10 questions, answer any 3 questions. Like that, do you have 10 husbands? Accept any one of them. See, here there is no choice. See? And then what you are doing? Just think, suppose you have separated. What next? आकाश से टपके खजूर पे लटके. What next? You are trying to solve one problem and create another problem. I said, this is not the way to face the life. See? Then what should I do? I said, your father is here, I can tell on his face. He and his wife, that means your parents, they are not together. because they love each other. They are together because they understand each other. It is only the fiction you can say, oh, my dear darling, I love you so much that I can get the stars and the planets from the heavens to make garlands for you, but then where will you keep it? So I love you. That is not love. The real love is when you don't misunderstand anybody. Then it is real love. There was one family in Bombay. As usual, I was invited for food. And as usual, it was not ready. So as usual, I had to spend time somewhere or the other. And they had a small baby, about 6 months or 8 months. Not started talking, still in the cradle. So I went and I started, playing with the baby. So the baby, without any control on his tongue, started making all nonsense sounds, like that. So I asked, Mama, what is he saying? Oh, Swami, he says, I love Mom. Now, where from this dictionary, what language is it? Okay. Then, after some time I was playing, his father came, the baby's father. And immediately he kept his briefcase and shoes removed, washed his hands, and came running to play with the child. And that time another sound came from the child. He also doesn't know what is coming out. I asked her, hey, what is he saying? Oh, Swami, he makes all nonsense noise. I said, wait a minute. Mama, what did he say now? Oh, Mama, Swami, he said, I don't like daddy. Where there is love, there is understanding. And we imagine that somebody doesn't love us. To understand love, we require wisdom. Otherwise, people have no understanding. Therefore, no love. And wise people don't love people as a verb. See, a young boy and a girl, they fall in love. They don't rise in love. Because one is doing love to other. Is it like doing upma? See, you must have seen and known and experienced when a young mother is having her first baby, the mother-in-law, the mother, everyone around goes on giving her 101 instructions. Don't do this thing, don't do this thing, don't watch Harry Potter, and all kinds of horrible things. Listen to Bhagavatam, keep cool, and don't become agitated, don't eat too much of spicy food, he will become Kumbhakarna, so all that things. And after the baby is delivered, again 101 instruction. Has any mother been ever advised by her mother or mother-in-law, please love your child? It is never true. See? Because I love you, so it is an action, it is an effort. And how long will I love you? As long as you are beneficial to me. If you are not beneficial, immediately select, shift, delete. In no time. See? But the love for the child by the mother, it is not an action. That is love. And therefore, in that love, there is no fall. In our love, we fall. And when we fall, we get hurt. See, friends. Therefore, when we have to face the world, the first principle is on what basis we are facing the world. Are we focusing attention on differences, or we are focusing attention on the common substrate? See, in one of the children's camp many years before, I was talking to them this principle. See something common, then only we can remain united. Okay. The other day I received one SMS from Vaikuntha. All the wisdom I get through SMS. And the SMS was, our politicians divide us and terrorists unite us. Let us invoke the terrorists more and more in our country so that we remain united. See? So, I was talking to the kids and said, hey, please tell, what are the differences in all of us, one by one? So, one child said, some are girls, some are boys, very good, differences. Other, some are fat, some are thin, very good. Third, some are tall, some are short. Some are white, some are black. Very good. Some are intelligent, some are dumb. So many differences. I said, stop now. Now tell common factor in all of us. And when the common factor was asked, they are quite difficult to see one factor. Differences we can very easily talk. Common factor we are not able to take out immediately. And there was one child, he was never participating, eating his nail and so I wanted to get him involved. I said, hey, you are not talking anything. Tell what is the common factor here among all of us. He said, Swamiji, we are all suffering because of you one. Common factor. If we are able to see a common denominator, differences disappear. And when this becomes the vision, with that vision we look at the world, we face the world. Our intentions, our quality of facing the world will be totally different. This is the vision given by the scriptures. Why do we study scriptures? We study scriptures for getting the right vision. See, if this camera is at a lower end, this is called as camera. Mera kya hai? Nothing is mine. So if you fix the camera at the lower end, it will give a different picture. If it is fixed on the ceiling, it will give a different picture. So right picture will come if the camera is at the eye level. Is it not? In the same manner. How do we look at the world? What is our standpoint? What angle we are looking at the world? See, there are different standpoints with which we face or we can face the world. Today we will try to understand this basic principle and then see what happens to us. See, we will start with an example and then bring it into one-to-one understanding. There are waves, number one. Second thing, there is ocean, number two. Third thing, there is water, number three. Now, first angle, waves versus waves. What will be the vision? I versus you. Competition, jealousy, achievement, failure, success, good, bad, important, unimportant, required, not required, valuable, not valuable. All these things will be the relationship and the principle of interaction among the waves. First. Second thing, waves with the ocean. What will be the relationship? Jealousy, frustration, anger? No, only one. And that is surrender to the ocean. Now third, ocean looking at the waves. See? Will the ocean say, I don't like tsunamis and Katrinas. I like small, cute little ripples. They are so cute. No, name dveshosti na priya. For ocean, there is nothing like a good wave or a bad wave. And the last vision. What will be the experience of the water? From the water standpoint, there is neither the ocean, nor the waves, nor the clouds, nor the rivers or the dewdrops. They have no existence. Now let us bring this vision, understanding in our life and then face the world today. At this stage, what is our way of facing the world? I versus you. This is the way. One girl wrote me a letter, a poem. It was in Hindi, but you will understand. It's very simple. She said, Swamiji, before I got married, all the time, I, my. Then, after I got married, you, tu. After 6 months, then my, tu. My, tu. Fighting began. Another 6 months have passed. Then tu, my, tu, my. And I being a Gujarati, in Gujarati, my is called as who. So who tu, kabaddi. Our life is a non-stop fight. Because I versus you. See, friends. So our first experience is always I versus you become the only way of living. You know, the other day one girl came to me. Swamiji, I want to ask you something. I said, start right away. I came from my husband's place to my mother's house. Very good. I don't like my mother-in-law. I said, very good. What should I do? I said, that you decide. What can I do? But she is very bad. I said, look here. There is no species in this world called as, like you have got non-poisonous snakes possibility. In that manner, good mother-in-law never exists. It is only an illusion. So if you are trying to get a good mother-in-law, you will fail in your life. Then what is to be done? Start looking goodness in the available mother-in-law. How it is possible? This is your spiritual practice. When you have come for my lecture, you have a spiritual background. And what is done in spirituality? We have to do tapasya, tapasa brahma vijñāsasva, tapo brahmeti, so tapo tapyata, tapas taptva, idagam sarvam asriyata. So tapasya, austerity, that is called a spiritual practice. So for doing tapasya, Mahatmas, Babajis, they leave comfortable house, they go to the forest. They go and stay in the caves. About his caves, I tell you. One of the seeker, he came. I was in Lonavala that time. So I have decided to go to caves for doing meditation. When you face a book, it is different. When you face the realities of life, it is different. Spiritual practice is not a mimicry. Somebody was standing on one leg, I will also stand on one leg. That can never happen. In many of the books, like in that book of autobiography of a yogi, there this story comes. That Lahiri Mahashaya was taken in a cave near Rani Cave, and there he did tapasya and all that. Now this boy must have read, and he got, I think I will go and do tapasya in the cave. Okay, then Swamiji blessed me. I said, before I bless you, I will suggest you, before you go there in the Himalayas, near our Lonavala there are many mountains, many caves. Near there are temples also. So I know some Panditi, you go there And evening 5 o'clock they all come down from the mountain and caves are there free. You can stay, you don't have to pay. Okay. He went there all. Yeah, dispassion. Nothing I'll carry with me. Just he went there. After that, Pandit came down, dark, no light, no attached bathroom, no windows, no doors. And who is coming and going? Mosquitoes. After 15 minutes, he came down. Swami, there are too many mosquitoes. I said, yes, caves. No. That is the place only for mosquitoes. I thought you are a mosquito, therefore you are going. No, what should I do? I said, look here, go back to your house. And whichever room you are staying, write a board, K, fix it outside. Read it and enter. Don't you do? You construct a huge mansion and write Paranaguti. What Paranaguti? You don't write there is a small hut. It is a big mansion. So everything is in your mind, friends. Don't see outside. See, Panchadashi talks about, I was speaking on the 3rd chapter. The Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, these 5 koshas together constitute cave. And this is what is said in Taittiriya Upanishad. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, Yo Veda Nidam Guhayam, Parame Yomanna, Sohoshnute Sarvan Kaman Sa, Brahmana Vipashitedi. So, don't go, I told that girl, don't go to do tapasya in the forest and invite problems. Because what is tapasya? Invited problems, you face them. Like, exercise. What is exercise? You unnecessarily exert. You call it exercise. These people who go for jogging, what for they go? They run to reach nowhere and come back. See? In the same manner, tapasya is what? You invite problems. I am not going to take food. How many days? 10 days. And then what do you do all the 10 days? Think about food. This is what all the people do, when they are observing fast, I will observe fast. Ekadashi, I won't eat. And all the time think about food. Simplest way is keep your stomach full and head empty. Then only you can think of God. No, tapasya. I will take cold water bath in the winter. Agre vanni prushte bhanu ratro chubuku samarpita janu. Why do you torture yourself? Torturing can never be spiritual. Then what is to be done? She asked me. I said, look here. For doing tapasya and inviting problems, these Mahatmas go to forest. God is so kind. You are provided problems in the form of your mother-in-law right in the house. Face her cheerfully and happily. You will grow spiritually. We are very easy to be drawn in this wrong line of thinking. Never run away from the challenges of life. To face the world means change the spelling of problem into challenge. Whenever we are frustrated, whenever we are unable to face, understand our spelling has gone wrong. There is one small booklet, I don't know if here or not, Guru or something. Somebody must have compiled and it published. And in one place there is a thought. By the grave of Guru. If you see the typing, that quality board, on that C and V are very common, very near, they are next to each other, C and V. So the one who has composed must have done, so grace has become grave and it is going on and on. So one person showed me that, Swamiji, in your book it is written here, by the grave of the Guru. What does it mean? I said, you will not get wisdom till I die. So focus attention on this principle. Change the spelling. Don't look at any situation in life as a problem. Then you have learned the art of facing the world in the right perspective. So like the wave versus waves, mother-in-law versus daughter-in-law. If the mother-in-law doesn't have understanding, daughter-in-law should have. See? Now what happens with this relation? If a mother demands a proof of love from her own son, can we call her a mother? That poor fellow has to prove to that dumb wife that I love her. But the mother doesn't understand, and the girl can never understand, and as a result, this fellow is in between the two blades of a scissor. From above, it is the wife, and from below, it is the mother. And he is non-stop. And therefore, such husbands, they don't have to do any efforts. Their figure remains normal because constant tension. One boy I asked, I said, hey, how come you are not put on weight? He says, Swami, do you know among Muslims what they do? I said, what? For 1 month they feed that goat. They feed the goat to kill it. In the same manner, these people feed me. And I cannot put on fat because I am having tension constantly. My God, wife has come, no one complaint box is opening. Sometimes mother comes, oh God, another complaint box is opening. It is such a frustrating thing. On the contrary, if we develop proper understanding, facing the problem doesn't mean you have to go and stand before a truck. Let it go on me. That is not the one. Simple things, Ramakrishna Paramahansa to say something very beautiful. It is easier to go and sit on the top of a mountain, but very difficult to sit on the top of a pin. See, small problems are more problematic than the big problems. See, friends. You can face a tiger, you cannot face one mosquito. See? Therefore, I told that girl, I said, look here, why don't you take it in this manner? That she demands attention. Why she demands attention? Because her age is somewhere near 50 plus. Yes, Swami, you are perfectly right. She is 51. Very good. Now, this is the age when the ladies go through a lot of hormonal changes and their mind becomes totally disturbed. They are unable to handle. Like when a girl breaks into puberty, she is unable to understand all the changes which are happening and they start behaving funny. And that time, if the parents are not there to control and advise them, they go the wrong way like we see in the Western society. In the same manner, most of the divorces happen during this age. When the lady is around 40, 45, 50 and husband is a little bit elder, maybe 5, 6 years. Because misunderstanding crops in. So if we have to face the world, the first principle is, remember, all of us have got some or the other weak points. So as we tolerate ourselves, we have to learn to tolerate others. And to tolerate others, what is the technique? See something positive, something great. See, when we see something great in anyone, we start respecting, is it not? We don't know a statue and everybody goes there, we also go in. Whose statue is that? You don't know? This is the statue of such and such God and it was established by such and such Mahatma and it is a Jagat Devasthan and therefore so many people come. We have only heard. And after we have got respect and reverence, then only we will salute, number one. And when we respectfully salute the statue is not benefited. We are benefited. See? So how do we face the world? Do we face the world in a respectful attitude or in a revengeful attitude? So whenever I versus you, individualities are facing each other, we create problems. To remove these problems and convert them into challenges, change the attitude rather than reacting with the world, then start responding with the world. See? And this is what is called as the right vision to look at the world. And for that, one or two simple techniques. Whom do we respect? Someone in whom we have suspected something higher than us. There are 4 visions. With these 4 visions, when we look at the world, we will not start reacting and getting disgusted with the world, but we will start enjoying being in this world. First attitude. Respect and revere anyone in this world who is elder than us by age. Simple thing. You don't have to think about anything. Somebody is elder, respect him. Now why respect? This happened in Rudraprayag many years before. When we were going to Badrinath, 2 bus roads. So there we broke our journey for a half an hour for a cup of tea. And it was, winter, a cold season, good sun. So I also came out, standing near some stove. And somebody gave me a cup of tea. So I was taking a cup of tea, standing in the sun. One lady came, there are so many buses opening and millions of people coming, and our Indians, when they see Babaji, free namaskar, free, blessings. So one lady came, did namaskar. Then the whole sheep flock started, second, third, and I was taking tea. And there was one doctor with me. He was a professor and head of the Department of Radiology in one college in Delhi. Some college. She came, Swamiji, yes. When so many unknown people are coming and doing namaskar to you, how do you feel? So I said, Mama, please hold the tea. I gave my tea cup. The next lady who came for namaskar, I said, Mama, stop. Then I did namaskar to this doctor. I said, she is my mother. You should respect the son or the mother. And if you respect the mother of a Mahatma, you get, buy one mattress and 2 pillows free, you get double punya. Really? Yes. The whole queue was diverted. I took my cup of tea and went away. And she was nailed. Now she can't go anywhere. And after, when we are going to move, then I was avoiding to be in that bus where she is going to sit. But she will not leave me. Swami, you are nasty. I said, it's manufacturer's defect. I am like this. Why did you do that? I said, Mama, I answered your question. Your question was, when so many unknown people come and do namaskar, how do I feel? Did you feel? Aparokshana, direct experience. See what happened to you. Then I said, look here, the principle. When we give respect to somebody, that somebody is never benefited. The one who gives respect, he is benefited. So when we respect God, do you think God is benefited by our respect? It is in our favor. If this basic principle we understand and apply in this world, look upon anybody with a respectful vision, your mind will remain cool. You will feel secure. You will not react. There won't be a slip of a bad word. See? I address everybody, never by name. The reason being I don't remember. So what do? I call them Mahatma Ji, Bhagwan, Prabhu. So when you address somebody in a respectful way, can you use an abusive language? Can I say, Mahatma ji, ek lagaunga bas? You cannot say like that. See, friends. Therefore, when we are dealing with the world, facing the world may be whatever, but what is our inside? Are we respectfully dealing with the world or not? And once we understand this principle, that when we give respect, we are benefited. So, to whom we give respect? Somebody who is somewhere or the other superior than us. So first is, somebody is elder than us age-wise, he deserves respect, whosoever he may be. Then I told that girl, is your mother-in-law younger than you or elder than you? Of course, she is elder than me. I said, this is enough for you to respect her. I said, look here, even if you go to a criminal with a respectful attitude and submit yourself with sincerity, he will always bless you. He will not curse you. Suppose somebody comes and does namaskar to you, will we say, Tera satyanas ho jayega? No, we cannot. See, friends, therefore, when we are dealing with anybody, facing the world, face with a respectful attitude. One idea, how we respect others, or rather, why should we respect others? Second one, if somebody is superior to us in terms of wealth, money, he deserves respect. Normally what happens? We are jealous. We know, like Parle-ji, 2G, 3G. Earlier only Bengalis were respecting everybody. You know, Bengalis respect everybody so much. Like, you know, Chatterjee, Mukherjee, Banerjee, refugee. Now that has come at a national level. 2G, 3G. So when somebody has lot of wealth, why should we be jealous? We have no business. See, that is his way. Remember one thing, while facing the world, take care of your mind. Our mind is the most valuable commodity in the whole universe. Nasti buddhi ayuktasya, nacha yuktasya bhavana, nacha bhaveta shantihi, ashantasya kudassukam. When I see somebody and start feeling jealous, that person doesn't know, but I am burning inside. And he comes and says, Swamiji, how are you? And I know this thief, you know. And he doesn't know. So who is at a loss? It is me as it is at a loss. See, friends. So first criteria, why we respect others? Somebody is elder than us age-wise. Second criteria, somebody is superior than us wealth-wise. Straight away. Don't run, beat around the bush. The third criteria, somebody is able to hold masses, leader class. We may condemn our leaders. You try to be in their shoes, then you will understand. Nobody has stopped us from going into politics. We don't get into politics, but we go on condemning and make our mind dirty. See, friends, those who are not taking care of their own mind, what they can do and achieve in life. You must have seen, I don't know in this part, in UP I have seen many years before. Lazy people keep on sleeping up to 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And then the barber used to come to their house. And this fellow is sleeping in the cot with a blanket or a quilt on. And when the barber comes, Babaji, okay, and he will sleep like this. And he is sleeping, and the barber will start whitewashing, and then take out his razor, and then he do. So that barber, if you observe, he takes care of his razor so much. Every now and then, he may do it 2-3 times, and immediately he will do it. In the same manner, what is the instrument by which we come in contact with the world? Our mind. How much care we have taken of our mind throughout our life. The barber is better than us. He knows if the razor is not good, he cannot do the job better. In the same manner, when we are interacting with the world, it is our responsibility to take care of our mind. And this is one of the many ways of taking care of our mind. Deal with the world in a respectful attitude and not in a hatred or revengeful attitude. The other day, one minister came to meet me in Ahmedabad. Very nice person. And after he went another, Swamiji, do you believe in these politicians? I said, look here. His profession he knows, my profession I know. It is easier for every Indian. You know who is an Indian? Indian is the one who is expert in somebody else's job except his own. I said, look here, I don't know what is politics. In my whole life, I voted only once. And that too only because you get the voter's card. Because every time you go, they want the ID. And carrying the passport every time is very risky. So, one plastic card is enough. Therefore, leader class, we should not make our mind dirty by thinking bad about them. And the fourth one, if somebody is Jnana Vruddha, who is elder than us in wisdom, Jnana Vruddha, they deserve respect, reverence. Now you see, these are the 4 categories which will include everyone in this world. See, when we go to the temple and pray to the Lord, what we do? First, we go to see the God and close our eyes. First thing. And when we close our eyes and stand there, what is the experience we have? We have the experience of joy, fulfillment, and being blessed. For how long? Few moments. When we are before the Lord or the Guru. Now, imagine, wherever we are going, with whomsoever we are coming in contact, that quality of our mind, which is when we are before the Lord or the Guru, that quality of mind is maintained 24/7. You will start living in meditation. You don't have to do meditation thereafter. See, doing meditation is the most torturous thing. Therefore, in one of my books I mentioned, let meditation happen, don't do. It is not a upma, cut the vegetables and all that. No. We have to live in meditation 24/7. And this is one of the many techniques. See, let us have a respectful attitude towards everything and being in this world. Our whole way of facing the world will change. In Vrindavan it happened. There was one Mahatmaji, he was sitting comfortably in his hall. So many devotees sitting around. And one man came, huge, hefty, round figure. And first of all, he threw his shoe like this. And then banged the door, cat, and kicking everybody. he came and landed on the feet of the Mahatma. That's why I don't like anybody touching my feet. They clean their hands off. After they finish their food, hands are wet. Swamiji, how are you? Is it talking or what? See? And some of the Shurpankhas, when they do namaskar, they take some bite out of my feet in the heart. So he came and landed on that Mahatma. So, Mahatma ji, please give me some upadesh, some guidance, advice. You can get up. Go out. Keep your shoes properly. They brought you up to here. Respect them. The door you banged, go and do namaskar to the door. Don't bang it. And all those people whom you keep welcoming, touch their feet. And when you come here, don't touch my feet. See, friends, it is one of the most important things. When we deal with everybody in this world in a respectful attitude, our behavior changes. Suppose you respect your car, new car. Will you park that car in a tow-away zone? See? Anything what we respect, we deal very nicely, is it not? Take your own clothes. If your clothes are clean, neat, and you respect clean clothes, will you go and sit in a gutter? In the same manner, shouldn't we respect our mind? If we care for our mind, we will not allow the mind to be dirtied by wrong interactions with the world. See, friends. And when this principle of dealing with the world in a respectful attitude becomes the order of our life, you will come to know all the disorders will disappear. Then you don't have to think about insult or no insult. I remember last time, many years before, probably with Pawan, we had gone to Uti. And there he took me to one place where there is a, some kind of a samadhi of a Muslim saint. So I mean, you like, these places, so it's a very good place, so we went there. And then I was told, here is very peculiar, you have seen, samadhi is like this, but the compound is little different because the samadhi moved itself. And that is why it is a very live Sanjeevani samadhi. So I went and did namaskar, everything. And then about the place he was telling me, and he said, yes, that Mahatma was coming, he is the one who is now the next sitting on that ganda. So he was having a mala in his hand. So I went and did namaskar to him and he said, please come for a cup of tea. And he went by a shortcut, we had to go by a car, take around and go. That time I was told, Swami, you are a Swami, why should you do a namaskar to a Grahastha? And he is a businessman. I said, Mahatma ji, you showed me a dead body. I did namaskar to that, suspecting God in that. And when I did namaskar to a living body, there is no God in that. See, friends, if we can suspect divinity in stones and bricks, in plants and rivers, in gobar, cow dung people do puja, is it not? So can't we suspect divinity in God's creation? So all these four principles brought together, respecting everyone, this is the technique given by Shankaracharya. The technique is Deho Devalaya Proktaha Dehi Devo Niranjanaha Architaha Sarva Bhavena Swanubhutya Virajate. Every body is a mobile temple of God. And in that body is housed Devo Niranjanaha. The pure reality is abiding in every body. Like when we look at the ornaments, there are two visions of looking at the ornament. If you are a woman, get enchanted by the glitter, the fashion, and the size, and the shape, and the name of that ornament. And if you are a jeweler, you will not get carried away by the differences, but you will go right into take that ornament and get Shaligram, Lord Vishnu, and rub on it and see whether it is gold or it is only a polish. So let us be like the jewelers. Look at the ornaments, nothing wrong. But choose whether you are paying for the ornament, names and forms, or you are paying the ornaments for the gold. When we are interacting with the world, with whom are we interacting? Names and forms or the embodied? See? In the 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna gives this vision. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihastini shuri chaiva shvapake cha panditaha samadarshinaha ihaiva tayedditaha sargaha yesham samme sthitam manaha nirdosham hi samam brahma tasmat te brahmani sthitaha. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane, an erudite wise man full of humility and wisdom. Gavi, cows; Hastini, elephant; Shuni, dog; Shopaka, the lowest in the creation. Among all of them, although there are differences, but he who is able to look upon them from equanimity vision, he alone is merged in the Paramatma, because nirdosham hi param brahma tasmate brahmani sthitaha. For the Paramatma, it makes no difference. So when we are facing the world, what is required is we have to learn to focus our focal length when we look at the world. बुरी नजर वाले अपनी नजर टेस्ट करा ले. In this world, there is nothing bad. It is our vision which is making the things bad. So when the cataract develops, we go to the doctor. Do you think the doctor gives us a vision? He only removes that cataract, that's it. In the same manner, scriptures only give us this way how you look at the world. Because the perception determines your interaction. If our perception is the other person is very bad, what will be our interaction? Can it be of love and understanding? So I told that girl, I said, look here, beta, you are reacting with your mother-in-law. You have already taken a decision in your mind, like Arjuna, that she is bad. She is not bad. Then what is to be done? Then I told her a technique. I said, look here, I'll tell you a technique, try. In this world, when we go to the temple, what we do? We only glorify and praise the Lord, is it not? Hey Karunakara, Hey Daya Ke Sagara. What we are doing? Only Amul therapy. I said, by praising, even the God can be propitiated. Will it not your mother-in-law can be propitiated? Then I said, start praising her. Learn from her. Give her respect. Don't fight. And even if she say something, if your mom says, don't you accept? So change your vision and then see what happens. And to help yourself, when you sit before the Lord, pray sincerely. Oh Lord, my mother-in-law, I feel like making her into small pieces and throwing in front of the vultures. But now I am fed up of doing that operation every day. Oh Lord, please help me. Let me discover love for her. Please help me. She is good. She is not bad. Again and again, train your own mind. Educate your own mind. And then see what happens. See, If we claim we are studying scriptures, we are going to satsanga, and if our vision doesn't change, then it is something like we have gone to take food in a 5-star hotel, but hunger is still there. Then what happened? We were only reading the menu. We have never ordered anything and not eaten anything. In the same manner, facing the book is different and facing the world is different. See, erudite scholars, you get many in this world, but their words do not carry the meaning. An ordinary Mahatmas casually saying one word, one sentence, and it changes the total life of the person. What is the reason? The reason is this erudite scholar was facing only the books, and the Mahatmas, they were facing the world. See, friends. And while facing the book, you don't have to be good. See? To be an extremely good doctor, you don't have to be a good person. See, there used to be one doctor somewhere, name, etc. I won't tell you. He was a heart specialist. And my friend's operation was due. So my friend says, Swami, my operation is such and such time. If you can manage to come before I go to the operation theatre, I will feel good. I said, okay. And I was told, and I reached, and when he was being taken to the operation theatre, I told the doctor, Doctor Saab, I heard a lot good about you. May God bless you, and may more and more success be with you, and may you save the lives of many, many people. You know what reply he gave me? I don't require God's blessing, I require money. I want to construct hospitals. By blessings, the bricks don't come. For each brick, I have to pay cash. I said, you have dialed the wrong number. I take only money, I never give money. I can give only God's blessings. Then operation was done, my friend is perfectly alright. Within 1 week, this same doctor, he had a heart attack. And what was his age? Not even 50, he was 48. Then he was operated. Heart operation successful. But kidneys failed and he died. See, what arrogance we have. Friends, if we are able to achieve something in this world, it is the divinity which is doing it. But when we face the books, we can never understand it. But when you face the world, then you understand. There is a lot of difference between the words and the meaning of the word. See? Therefore, when we face the books, like in Ahmedabad yesterday, when I was talking on the 3rd chapter of Panchadashi, Panchakosh Viveka. So, one person, elderly person, he said, Swami, when it was announced, so I purchased your book and studied this chapter before you come, so I am prepared. And I tried to study for at least last 15-20 days. Nothing else I did, only studying this book. I did my best. Nothing I could understand. And when you have gone through these 7 lectures, now I realize what you are telling, that in our scriptures, Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasan, this is the spiritual practice. Listening, reflecting and commitment, not reading. It makes a lot of difference. Words give you noise. Mahatmas gives us peace. Because when the words are associated with the meaning, then only it makes a dent on the heart of the listener. If the words do not carry meaning, it is only a noise. And therefore, facing the books, whatever books it may be, is different. Facing the world is different. Facing the enemies is different. Facing the nears and dears is different. And for all this, What we require is the instrument by which we are facing the world. Is that instrument properly tuned or not tuned? When we do shaving, are we shaving or we are plowing through our face? See, friends. Therefore, it is extremely necessary that when we study the scriptures, our vision must change. And when this happens, the whole life changes. See? This happened in Bombay, I tell in short, 2-3 minutes. One lady came as if catching my collar, therefore I don't have collar. So, Swami, you have spoiled my husband. I say, not only one, many of them. I am a husband spoiler. You know what happens? Anything you tell him, he just cool, he goes away, he doesn't react. Okay, you tell me what happened. Then she started. My mother-in-law, she stays in the front room. We have got only 1.5 room flat. Old time. And in the small one, like it is hardly but 10 by 8. In that, we have got our bathroom, we have got our kitchen, we have got our bedroom. There my son studying, he is in standard 10th, and everything in the small room, and this big room 10 by 10, only mother-in-law alone stays, nobody is allowed to stay there. And he doesn't say anything. I am fed up, I don't know what should be done. I said, leave the house. No, we can't leave, because it is in the midst of the town, in the other area, and if we give up this house, when she dies, we will give to somebody else, we can't leave. I said, yeah, I got your problem. We can solve it out. Okay? Let us think. What is that? You kill your mother-in-law. No, Swami. See, you are good. You will not kill her. Why don't you tell your husband to kill his wife, your mother? No, Swami. See, you are so good. Can I do it for you? But why are you after killing her? I said, because she is the problem. Remove the problem. No, we can't kill. I said, okay then. I tell you something in your ear. If you tell it to someone, it will bounce on you. Okay? Yes. I called her near. I told her, look here. Your mother-in-law is going to die after 339 days. Don't tell anybody. So whenever you react with her, count down. 339. Again something happens. 330. Don't react. Now you are counting down. Only few days remaining. And after a few days, many months or so, she again came. Swamiji, do you remember me? I said, no, I don't remember. Because when I have forgotten God, why will I remember human beings? I don't remember. No, you know, about my mother-in-law, I came and you told me something. Oh God, my heart started coming out and going inside. Now what happened? Because of my blessing, she died. Or she is not yet dying, therefore she has come to kill me. That was my problem. What has happened now? Then she said, Swamiji, I have understood now. What is that? I was reacting to every word she was uttering. After you told, now slowly I have understood. She is not bad. She is by nature like that, but she doesn't mean anything bad. And in the old age, people can't change. Therefore, if you have to deal with the old people, only pray to the Lord. Oh Lord, You can't change them. It is too early for the next life. So, then what happened? Now, my question is, Swamiji, she should not die. Why she was troubling you? No. I was misunderstanding her. Then I told her, okay, because you have changed, I changed my curse into blessing. Now she will not die so early. He will give you a very good motherly love for a long period of time. Now what I have done? Nothing. She has changed her way of interacting with the persons. See, friends. So if we can change our way of interacting with the world, then Facing the world is not a problem, it is a great fun. And those who have discovered to discover fun in every experience of their life, they alone remain happy, and those who remain happy, they alone have a face to show the world. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam